taking on the Detroit Lions. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
This is our last chance.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Back at the 17-yard line.
Goff now to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Go, what? We go. Black 20.
Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Cut. 180.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
White 20.
Now it's Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, 27 yards. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. A man who played collegiately over at East Lansing, it's Kenneth Walker III. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
To throw is Darnold. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Walker. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. We're in past the 35 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. Third down and 1.
Third and 1.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he is going to have a Lions first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Cut. Black 20. Cut.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And some space here. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 61 yards. And the Lions have regained the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Seahawks 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And this pass broken up. But the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
Here's Jack Fox now.
Jack Fox
Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Cut. Yo, lady. Yo, lady. Cut.
Darnold now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Seahawks.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 43-yard line.
Darnold. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Darnold. He'll try and do this himself. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the 1st down marker. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs
With his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13.
Seahawks 7.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Gets around him. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to look as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
At the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 1. Here's Darnold. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Now Darnold keeps it. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The sneak good for 2, but it's still going to set up a 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Darnold a sneak. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. Sam Darnold keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will shrink to 6. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. sheds off the tackle. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Goff. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's Goff. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Gone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The final shot before break here. Goff. He'll try to do it himself. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Goff now looks to throw. Over the middle, he's got to Strong. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Seahawks 14-yard line.
Out of the gun, Goff. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
A Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Seahawks 14.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold. He'll get this complete to the tight end, Barner. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
He completes this to Walker.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and a yard.
2nd and a yard at the 24-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jameson Williams,
an 80-yard touchdown.
And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
35. Seahawks 14.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
And he bats it away and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 4th down, Darnold.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
65 yards.
And the Seahawks take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
41-yard line.
180.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Shell. 180.
To throw is Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Go sack. 80.
Now back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Here we go, sack. Still waiting.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going up top for Kupp. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 26.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The Seahawks first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Walker is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Darnold keeps it. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Darnold a sneak. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The sneak doesn't quite get him there. He gets 2. Now it's 4th and a yard.
Sack.
Now Darnold keeps it. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have a 1st down, but he's tackled inbounds up near midfield.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Seattle.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.